Since the fire, I knew Gary was somewhere in that wreckage.
I was told that Gary had a traumatic brain injury.
Why did I survive?
Okay, welcome everyone to tonight's webinar. So hopefully you can all hear me pretty well. So yeah, if you could just let me know whether the sound's good, that'd be great. So they can hear me, everyone? Yeah. Yes, okay. No worries. All right, tonight we're pretty much, we'll just go over the normal things we'd do. I've already done the eight-hour report, and I've already put all the lines on, okay? So I thought, I've gone through that a few times at the beginning of the session, so skip that. So that's already on the website. I've posted it to the forum, so you'll have access to it. And just a 8-hour report template, been updated, applied it to all the other timeframes. Okay, so well, let's go to the 5 minutes since we've seen a blue line there. Okay, so a vertical line comes. Every chart, every time frame has its own vertical lines, and we're going to treat them separately. Just because we did, say, a 5-minute vertical line, the 15-minute one turns up on a 15-minute chart, that we ignore it. Okay, so our job is to basically mark them as it comes. I like to go and mark the vertical line myself, like so. Then the first one, the open price, the riverbank, and stop level, 5 minutes, so 20 pips or channel. So the channel is 18 pips, so just a bit below the channel is 20. So we'll mark that. And 20 pips above is, okay, around there. Okay, so that should be pretty good. All right, so once they've been marked, we're waiting for confirmation. The good thing about confirmation is that even 5 or 6 candles after the vertical line, we can get confirmation. But the thing is, once a vertical line's confirmed, it tells us that the previous, for a vertical blue line, that's the lowest point. It's the red diamond before it, okay, with the channel. It also tells us that it wants to get a blue diamond. If that red diamond is looking for a blue diamond, that's going to be joined by a dotted white line. So it's quite important with all that information, because it tells us that if it's confirmed and our stop loss is at that red channel or below at the default, whichever is greater, that our stop loss is highly unlikely to hit, which is great. We don't want our stop loss to be hit because that means we've lost the trade. Okay, and the other thing is, it gives us an indication of where our take profit is and what it looks like. Okay, either a profit target, which is the default, is this yellow line, it's 20 pips. Okay, so if our stop loss is at our default of 20 pips and it is hit, then we've exited the trade there. Now, should price keeps moving up and a diamond hasn't appeared or a dot and everything is green and we've got it confirmed, we may let it go through to our next take profit target. Yeah. So, and that's a good thing, because otherwise, if we're just looking at every candle, we'll end up maybe spending 2 or 3 hours in front of the screen and somehow missed every entry. Yeah. So as long as we have a focus that gives us a framework to which to understand where price would like to go and what it looks like, then we're in control. We have enough information to allow us to monitor and to know whether we're going to have to manually close or it's going to be closed automatically. But the main thing is that a unique candle has been identified, and when it's confirmed, our expectation is that we're going to make profit. So I had a good feel about it, and we have enough information to feel comfortable with the trade. Okay, I gave the example last week of a chart with no information. Well, I mean, it does have information, but is it enough to go and make a decision as to where price would like to go? Does price want to go up, or does it want to go down from there? Okay. So, and if it wants to go up and it wants to go down, well, at least, you know, we have a default stop level guide that I give you. But even so, you haven't got the comfort and framework to see whether that's enough. Yeah. So you can see why having a unique candle marked out for you, and once that candle's marked out, to know exactly where to go and place all the horizontal lines so you can visually see where a good stop loss would look like and where a good take profit would look like. Okay, so and as we go down in time frame, really it's hard to translate much information from it. I mean, we can, you know, we basically have to start from scratch, and sometimes it leads us to think too much and we overanalyze. Okay, so having a system that tells you and software to go and identify a candle to work with and give you a framework and all the important information of where the stop loss level is, where to take profit, when to manually exit, plus your new alert messages. Okay. Now, you might be looking at my ribbon saying, well, that doesn't really look the same as the one I'm looking at or the one you're looking at. And the reason is I've made some modifications. Okay, so I'll just reset it back to my normal settings that you guys would have. As a standard river. Yeah. Okay, so that's what the standard river looks like. Yeah. So and with there you can see even though we've got multi-time frame information on the chart with the greedy line and all that, with the modification, where I've done is actually taken us to, okay, we're back to a river that's actually a higher time frame than the M5. Yeah. So we've got price action in the sell zone, and the momentum's there from our windows 2, 3, and 4. We are going to go and get quite a decent trade when the diamonds are outside that particular river. It's a strong outside the river. I like it once they come back inside the river. Yeah. Okay. So, and whatever time frame we enter the trade, we're going to be mindful of the manual exit signs. Manual exit signs: a red diamond with a white line joining for a sell, and a blue diamond with a white line joining diamonds for a buy. Yeah. So these are things that I'll be emailing it, the template. Yes. Okay. So I will be emailing it. Okay. So sorry, let's just see what that is. Okay. Thanks. Yep. All right. So visually, all the rules from our Fulcrum PDF, okay, the vertical lines. The vertical lines are still the same vertical lines from our 8-hour process template, 8-hour report template. Okay, so they're still basically know when there's a high blue diamond looking for a red low diamond. Okay. So, and once again, with any time frame, when that vertical line is confirmed, you can utilize that information and take trades in a smaller time frame, so that you have an opportunity to have price in the right zone. So if you're going for a sell, etc. Okay, so let's just see if we can go and confirmed. I think the 15 is probably about the most confirmed one that we have. Okay, I'll just make it a bit bigger. Okay, so this 15-minute. Okay, so it's gone quite a few candles. But when you're drawing, when your alert originally came for the 15 minutes and you do your step 1 on it, the thing you can do after you've done your step 1, if there's no confirmation as yet, you can see what it looks like. And because the red vertical line suggesting that there's momentum to cause a vertical line in the 15. So we mark it out like we're supposed to. Okay, 15 is 30 pips. So pretty much on that reversal line. So just put one there just so we can see, okay? And 30 pips upwards. Okay. Now, we've marked it out. And you can see in the 5 minutes, here's the vertical yellow line. Okay, and remember we drew a yellow line at the S1 reversal. Okay, and the other yellow lines here. Okay, all this information was created by just following step ones for the vertical line in M15. All right, once it's confirmed to M15, basically that's the targets that M15 is wanting to get. And you can see that same information can be shared and used on your M5 to give further confirmation the price wants to hit report lines, wants to hit the riverbank, etc. Okay, so, and that's really what that really means is that if you turn up and you've missed a vertical line and it's on a higher time frame and it hasn't, a red vertical line's come up and a red diamond hasn't appeared and the manual targets and all that and the default targets haven't been hit, you are still able to then mark it out and take advantage of it by using a smaller time frame. This can be done in the 4 hour, 30 minutes, exactly the same thing. But what it does begin with always is to do your vertical lines, okay? So this means okay, vertical line, the fulcrum, the central activity that creates that unique line, okay, and identifies the special candles from where all our framework and markings and measurements come from, okay? And it outlines here pretty much all the things I've just done, yeah? And then after that, I can go to step 2. Step 2 just says every 15-minute candle, and then open a new candle, probably arrive half a minute or a minute before, and see if criteria is met, okay? And the reason is, once criteria is met, we know conditionally that it must then either have a manual exit or hit our take profit, okay? So confirm vertical line gives us that information so that we can manage our trade totally and in the context of what the market's telling us and the framework that's supplied by default from PDF. Okay, so let me remove that, and the only way to get good at this part is just to do it, okay, and ask the questions when, whoops, as you come upon it. Okay, it's no point, a few hours later, a few weeks later. It's good if you've already entered the trade and we're reviewing it to see if you could have done it better and all that. But really, the learning part. Now, let's just move to a higher time frame, because I do want to go and pursue this a little bit more, because as you can see, in the higher time frames, you don't get as many vertical lines. But the thing is, when a vertical line turns up and it's been confirmed, it's got quite a long way to go still, hasn't it? Yeah, this vertical line here. Okay, even if it wasn't confirmed 1 or 2 candles afterwards, you'd expect that somewhere 3 or 4, anywhere there, that prior to price going down, that it's going to get confirmed. Yeah, and even if it went below it in this area here, where even this area where price is in the wrong zone for the 4 hour, but it hasn't achieved its diamond with the dotted line, there's opportunities. Yeah, let me, oops. Okay, here's the yellow line to mark the vertical line, vertical red line, the 4 hour. This yellow line marked, 8 or 9 candles later, 7 candles later, when the candle on the 4 hour was below the riverbank, the river center line of the 4 hour, and we've marked it. And this is, you can see that even at that late stage, in the 15-minute, there's all this area where price went back to the right zone or sell zone to allow entries. Okay, and getting that information from a 4 hour and having these red lines, vertical lines, turn up in the process, well, further confirms where the direction is. So all this information is there for us to go and take, and really they're all worked around these unique candles that have been identified by the software. Yeah, so most of the work is done by researching for us. A lot of time we spend searching aimlessly, sometimes it seems, because we don't seem to get a trade out of it, and we overwork and over fatigue ourselves, when really there's enough support and work being done by the tools and systems that you have. Yeah, so in this way, once we've marked it, that means something may be happening. Okay, if not, so what will happen? Okay, but we'll only act on things and information that supports the sort of trading and positive results that we want. Not really interested in the maybe trades. Yeah, okay, so apart from the river coming from a higher time frame, okay, and that we do have some supporting changes that went on Windows 2 and 4. Yeah, once again allowing us to see multi-dimensional time. Yeah, on a 5-minute, we're able to take all that information up to 4 hours pretty much and see it on this 5-minute chart. Okay, and the main thing we want to see is that the market when it wants to go down, will generally display it. And although we anticipate it to go up or go down, when the vertical line comes, we do need to practice patience and allowing it to actually occur and not jump in before it actually become confirmed. Yeah. So that's the main thing. And between, well, I've only got 3 charts showing, but if we add four, okay, so there's pretty much a lot of opportunities. Oh, damn. Okay. So we have our job to do as traders that want to be profitable and are working to perfecting our technique of being able to follow it at one page and do it each time quicker than the last, each time better than the last time. Okay, we can measure ourselves in that way because it is a tick box. Okay, and the other 50% of the job's done by the software. Yep, the template that utilizes all the different algorithms to generate the actual visual picture that gives you the context of the market movement in a framework that we have a good idea. If it's an extreme sell zone, you know, it can't sustain going down, it will have to come back in. Whether there's a trade coming back in, we have a buy and sell zone. Okay, so this is all information that allows us, and then when we have, yeah, a vertical line, that means there's a significant event that's generated that, and a special candle's been identified that we can apply all our measurement tools to, you know, default stop loss, take profit, opposite riverbank, etc. And now that you're able to also take it to any time frame vertical line that's confirmed, okay, so with this confirmed blue vertical line, having the Fibonacci's drawn upwards, and knowing that if once a vertical line is confirmed, it needs to have a blue diamond with a white line joining it, it really gives, that's 1,000 pips, yeah, a lot of pips. But even our basic things that with that sort of momentum, you know, going for the 200 or 261, and if a diamond came up before that to exit, it still gives you longer trades, or to once again mark it and go down to a 4 hour or 1 hour, take advantage of it. Yeah. So the other thing I did do, you might notice that there's a lot more dots, blue dots and red dots. Okay. The reason I've included them is that if it wants to go further up, if it wants to go higher than there, it has to come down. Yeah. Now, in this area, didn't go down enough to generate a minimum low. Okay, so these dots are got very low settings, so low thresholds, so they appear a lot quicker, and that allows it to give us a signal that that might be a time to re-enter a trade that still wants to go higher. Yep. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean. Okay, back to 5 minutes. Okay, so over here, we've got a confirmed vertical red line, yeah? Because we've got shading in at least two, pink shading in at least two windows, and windows 2, 3, and 4, and window 3 has to be pink. Okay. Okay, so this one doesn't quite qualify. Maybe it did at the time. Maybe the yellow line was above it. The orange line was above it. Well, just for this instance, just say that it was. Now, if that's a confirmed vertical red line, any blue dot will give you an alert, and at that point, it helps just alert you to a re-entry opportunity. Yeah. Okay. Because what I notice is that, yeah, if you don't get any alerts and the candles, there's still candles that are in the right zone, there's a lot of time the hesitation to enter the trade. Okay, so what I've done is I've given you an alert there. So if the market's going up and down or sideways for a little while, which you know, over here you've got candles going down, going up, pretty much in the same spot until one spikes up a little bit and gives you a blue dot. So having that, once again, hopefully assists you in and alerting you to saying, hey, I've nearly fell asleep, but I got an alert and I've looked and it's a blue dot and I've got a confirmed vertical red line. So that means I can re-enter because it's more than likely going to be in the right zone. Yeah. And I haven't, price action hasn't achieved its default stop levels or its diamond. Yeah. So good place to enter. And notice at the time, if you had your report lines, that diamond happened pretty much near a report line. Yeah. So here it is, price action bumping its head there. It can't go up. And we already know by the confirmed red line that wants to go down. That also helps us mark where the next report line is and then the one below. And once again, help identify targets as price moves down before it gets to that diamond. Okay, once also confirming, because these lines are created by the report, so that means if price is moving towards it, it will want to touch it or pass it. Okay, so any questions? Because I probably said a fair amount of information. I mean, most of it you may have already heard. Okay, so just to show you the setting that I did do those little dots at, it's at 6:30 and 5. Okay, you can switch it off if you get too many alerts, but once again, it's there to make a noise, to bring your attention to an opportunity, especially if there's already a confirmed vertical red line. Okay, sometimes like over here. Okay, so let me answer some questions. Changes make sense. Thanks. No question. Looks nice and simple. Yep. Well, that's it. You know, and that's probably a good way of gauging how things are traveling. You know, when the lesson or what you see in front of you makes sense and the rules are uncomplicated, that's when we probably know that that's traveling the right way. If it's complicated and we have to think too much and it becomes hard work. Okay, so once again, confirm vertical line. Okay, so blue dot, re-entry, you know, price still wants to come down, jumping diamond, You know, these are all really re-entry opportunities, okay, because this vertical lines, once it's confirmed, says that's the highest current time frame high. Okay, that means these aren't going to get higher than that, so it can't go higher. That means it's going to go lower than the previous red and give you a jumping diamond right all the way down. And you notice your windows 2, 3, and 4 will support you in that information. You also find that your river center line, its color will probably support that, plus your gritty line, orange line, will also support that, yeah? And obviously when the gritty line went outside the green riverbank, suggests there's a lot more momentum, okay? So these are all now just additional alerts to reinforce and to help you milk opportunity once you've got a confirmed vertical line, yeah? Okay, so enough said. Hopefully you get to use all that, get great results, and ask questions until you get as perfect as you can be. All right, so thank you, and I'll post this up. This will be posted up within half an hour, let's say. And I'll say good night. Enjoy the week. Thank you. Yeah, so if you haven't received the email of this new template, just give me a tingle on WhatsApp, but I will do it right away.